It's been way too long since I said this, but hey everybody, it's Wooden Train Master back once more with another Thomas Wooden Railway layout. Now, I admit it was a very long time since I made a video, probably like since last December, but I think I'm going to get back in the groove of things now that it's summer and I have more time on my hands. So, anyway, before we start flaming with questions like where you been or anything like that, just drop them down in the comments below and I'll probably answer them in a Q&A video if I get enough comments. So, enough about that. We'll just be glad of the fact that I'm making videos again and that I have a new layout to show you. Because, well, the old layout had to get taken down because when Christmas came, you need to get a tree out and then this is the only place with space. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to zoom out again. And we have the return of the giant tin myth sheds, which I've grown pretty fond of. So, anyway, let's start at this main shed, where we have Donald, James, Gordon, Henry, and Douglas. This goes into a curve into the turntable, like I did in my last layout. Same thing here, Boko and Daisy in this shed, but different Stanley and Rosie in this shed. Here we have Big City Engine, Hank, Arthur, Emily, and my custom engine, which I'm just going to take out right now. It's pretty much a custom version of the Polar Express engine, whose name I will later reveal. In an episode, at least. In this shed, I have, my high-speed, Acela engine. Now, I don't have a name for it, so I'm actually going to make a bit of a contest in the comments. I need a name for male and female twins in this high-speed engine. So, drop those names in the comments below as well. Here we also have Edward in the useful engine shed, and over here, we have Thomas, Percy, Oliver, Toby, and Duck. So, we have some choices to track here. Let's go from the line that the high-speed engines are, because this actually goes to the main line. You go over here to, where Frank is getting some oil, and you loop around on this switch, and let's head this way. If you go straight, you can go to where Paxton is pulling some, the Sodor Steamworks spare parts car, which I recently got, through the warehouse into the docks, where we have Salty and Sydney, Soda Bay Tugboat, Captain, Colin, and Cranky. So yeah. Now your other choice of track is down this way to the works, where you have like a little drop-off ramp, which is kind of a reference to the episode Gordon Takes a Dip. Now from here, the other line goes to the coal loader and the water tower where Murdoch is, over this crossing, and to the T-switch, where if you go this way, you go to where Flynn is, through the warehouse to where Sydney is. So let's continue on the track where Frank was, and go forward. If you go on the curve, you go to this accident, where Whiff got in the crash, and Rocky, Neville, and Harvey are helping out. If you go straight, this is where you wrap around the town hall, but if you go on this track, it loops back to where Murdoch is. So if you go around the town hall, you go this way to where Mike is pulling the aquarium cars. Now, if you go straight from here, you go to where Molly is pulling the Gold Prospectors cars, and into one of the platforms at Stafford Station. But if you go this way, you have the hand car pulling a tanker down the line and to the other platform. But if you go this way, you're still in the yard, where we have Fergus shunting Henrietta and my custom Victoria, Dart about to collect the jet engine, Breakdown Train, Hector, Toad, Annie, and Clarabelle. Now, if you go this way, actually, you loop around back to this switch, which connects to the sheds. So let's continue straight from where Molly is. You go down this line where Flying Scotsman sits, pulling the express, and to these series of switches. If you go forward, it's just a blank sighting. If you go this way, where Coldies and Catherine are, you connect back to this switch. So pretty much this is kind of a loop line, or not really a loop line, but an extra line so an engine can pass. So if you go under this bridge, you head over to my other yard. you head over to my other yard, through the tunnel, to where Scruff is pulling the garbage trucks onto the turntable. If you go forward, you can go to where Spencer is, pulling this special coach, which is not really special at all, it's kind of cheap. So yeah. Anyway, if you go straight, you go around to the station where Flora is, under the tunnel, and up this hill where Hero is pulling a long, very long goods train. Then you go down the hill, and you come to a switch. If you go this way, you actually come to a new addition to my layouts, the mine. Now, I decided to replace the quarry with this, because I found this to be a better setting, and I can get more out of it, I believe. And plus, I can just say, hey, they turned the quarry into a mine. Sorry, guys. So, yeah. Here we have the mine cart, a crane, and this drill thing. I also had a dump truck, but it's not really accurate to scale at all. It's kind of really big, so if I try putting Max and Monty in this, oh boy. So, if you go under this, you had another switch where Neil is pulling some shunting some boulders into a siding. If you go around again, you go to where Norman is, under the chute, where he just got loaded with gravel. Now, if you go this way, you come to where Spencer's coach is. So pretty much, this line is all connected into like a kind of a mini set. Now, if you go forward, you go straight into Toby's windmill, and out to the other side to my 4 different ways switch. So if you go out of Toby's windmill, you see Bash pulling the flower car. So let's go this way, where you'd see Belle. So come along this way. You go around the bend, up this hill, where we have Diesel pulling my 4 Scruffies. And if you see the windmill there, it's kind of a reference to what was it? The original intro where you like see Thomas puffing over a bridge and the windmill there. Yeah. So if you go down the hill, you head to the turntable. Now, the switch here goes to the quarry shed where we have Mavis, Bill, and Ben. You go across the turntable and go to where Lady is pulling the coaches. So, yeah. Anyway, if you go this track, where Ari and Bert are pulling the scrap cars, you head to the power station. You go under this bridge to where Dennis is pulling the waterworks cars, to my stop-and-go station, over to where Billy is pulling Old Slow Coach. And if you go this way, that's back where the yard is. Now, if you go straight from here, you head over to this siding where we have Dash pushing a milk tanker, and head over to Tidmouth Halt Station, where we have Stephanie pulling the ice cars. So if you go here and take this line where Ferdinand is, you go over the hill and back to where the middle platform where Billy is. So now, if you head over this way, you go over to my 3-way switch, where you can head to Frank, go down the middle line, or go to this 3rd line, or little siding where I put Den. Now, let's see if I covered everything. You need to make sure, because I sometimes end up missing out on stuff. Oh yeah, over here, where we have this, switch on the bridge, you can head over to where Derek is pulling a goods train, down the line, onto the last platform in Nafford Station where Charlie's pulling the cement cars, go through a series of curves, and head back to the yard. So yeah, that is my Thomas Wooden Railway layout. Hope you enjoy, hope I can make more videos soon, and I hope to see you guys later. So this is Wooden Train Master signing off.